All right, so we are live. Welcome to the Scrum, everybody. Let's see, Laura, you were first joined. Do you want to start us off?
Yeah, thanks. So
Sure.
last night I started working on the new test aspect test feature for Make Plus. This morning I was just prepping for my interview. I literally got back about half an hour ago. It's going to work on some client deliveries. We've also got the Alexia mobbing session. And yeah, that's it from me. No blockers at the moment.
Okay, great. Good to hear. Sam, do you want to go next? You were next
Sure.
in line.
Yes. So I burnt a lot of time this morning trying to negotiate with the passport office for my son's new passport, but the less said about that, the better. Yeah, I have kind of, basically continued to work on the NHS stuff. Generated another a blog, still, climbing over these mountains of materials. Had another phone call with, another stakeholder. They keep on turning out to be new stakeholders again and again for this this big project. Yes, that not much other progress. I'm feeling right. Tomorrow I've basically got to get 3 potential prototypes ready to start doing user testing on Friday morning at the NHS headquarters. So that's the big focus for me at the moment. I'll be doing the Elixir mob starting in about 25 minutes. Anything else that's happening? What happened yesterday? Yeah, no, just sort of trying to swim in all this huge amounts of data that I'm getting. I was on Ruby Rogues yesterday. Interesting. Yeah, and then coming up, we've got. Yeah, I maybe not be able to do the Kent Beck Scrum later today, but yeah, should be fine for the marketing meeting. Ruby Mob tomorrow. We've got to announce the time for that. But yeah, that's me.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Ramon, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, yeah, that's fine. Hi, everybody. Yes, well, I was away for for the past weeks, obviously, on holiday. So I just came back and started working a little bit on website one. So I just submitted a pull request yesterday, and everything seemed fine on my machine, but it doesn't seem to be the tests don't seem to be passing on Semaphore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure exactly in terms of the process how. Because it doesn't really say on contributing sort of like what to do in this case. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So I don't know if it's up to the project owner or to me to kind of sort out, because I tried to have a look at it. I didn't really understand what was. Well, I think I understand what is going wrong, but I don't really know how to solve it, basically.
Sure. No, well, we can have a look at that together at the end of the Scrum. Actually, I think that we can get you sorted out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's it for me. And then once this will be passing, I guess I'll be working on a new issue. I haven't really figured out which one, but.
Okay, great. That's not an unusual problem. We're test pass locally, but they fail in CI. We all struggle with it sometimes.
Okay.
Excuse me. For myself, I've been working on the SHF project, the Swedish dog industry, ethical dog companies project, and produced a PR yesterday, reviewed one of Ashley's PRs. So that's going well. We have a client meeting coming up on Friday, and for Met Plus, I've gone and recovered some stories that have been languishing out there. People have taken stories and then they move on. So I'm actually taking some of the stories under my wing and working on them to get them in there. So we get at least all the UI changes in there that Laura had designed. I want to see that real soon. And I haven't heard from Hookup lately on where we are with getting Chet moving toward official production, but I know I think Hugh was sick last week, so I know he's working on it though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's it for me. No blockers. So I guess that's it for Scrum.
Yes.
And if you want, we can now maybe look at Remote's problem.
Yeah, that's right. Patrick and Lara, you don't have any blockers that need sorting, do you?
No.
Not from my side.
Good.
Do you need help on anything on the NSH stuff?
I guess what will be good, it'd probably be good yesterday, once we've identified these items, like for you to have a go with them, Lara. I think that would be. I'm just considering for our hosted one currently between PBWorks, Nuclino, and Tetra. Yeah, so there's I'll maybe send some links your way. I'll put it in the NHS Wiki channel. I guess I was going to ask Pat. Did you have a chance to look at Wagon at all?
I spent about 2 minutes on it, to be honest. I had looked at that before. They have a nice little card metaphor that they use, and they link cards, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't find much in terms of their authorization and their rights model.
Okay.
And I think that's really key. That doesn't mean that it's not there. I just, in their out of the box stuff,
Right.
I just didn't see it. But again, it was very cursory, I got to tell you. So.
All right, that's good to know. I mean, I'll be trying to get set up with something tomorrow. Well, we can talk more later. Yeah, cool. No, that's still very useful there. Okay. Yeah. So great point there, Romu, about the contributing document, which I see is somewhat out of date in terms of much as I'd love to have Raul continuing to be doing the project management with me. It's just me at the moment. And yeah, so we've got this idea here. We don't mention if it fails on CI. That's if we put it in there. I'm just editing that there. I guess in the first instance, I'll put in here if your tests are passing locally but failing on CI, please do reach out to the project manager. Please have a look at the fails, and if you can't fix, please do reach out to them. Yeah, I mean, basically, there's sometimes. So I looked at them just when I saw you coming into the Scrum, and oh, by the way, please do submit PRs to like change. I've just thrown some text in there so that it's like maybe slightly better than it was. But please, if you've got thoughts about how it would be better worded, how what we could have written there to help you better, then absolutely, please help us improve.
Okay.
In terms of the actual issue, I came onto Semaphore and looked at the error, and I saw that the error was relating to some kind of like random something being unavailable. And then I came back and I looked at and I came back and looked at your thing here, and I saw that there wasn't any changes to the gem files or whatever. Like I can just cursorily look at this and say, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. So then what I did was I came in and I re-kicked off the build. So it seems to me my best guess of what had happened there is that when it does the CI, as you probably know, it kind of like installs all of the gems and different elements from scratch and all of the whole site components. And if like one of those things is down somewhere, right, one thing in the network is disconnected, then potentially it can fail. And in that situation, it's annoying in that situation that for the people who have the permissions on Semaphore here, you can kick off the build again. So we can see the build is running now. And
so just to get this, it's not possible for me to restart the build, is it?
Not with the current model that we have. Although, get more involved in the project, and I'll be very strongly incentivized to give you more and more permissions to do all the things. Like off the bat, I just don't remember exactly how to do it, but we could certainly move towards giving. I mean, it's the kind of thing that we want. We want to make sure people, if we're giving them the access to do it, that they understand how it works. But now, we're here and so would love for me particularly recently. Like, there's lots of stuff that I should be doing on website one, but we've got this big paid project in, which for developing this wiki for the National Health Service in the UK, and so I've kind of haven't had as much time on this. I'm so pleased that you've come into like this change, and it's not a huge change, but it's like I've just been not able to do it, and so I'm just yay, Robert, do this change for us. It's great. It's really wonderful. So thanks so much for that.
We could note, Roman, if you have that problem, you can go to your pull request on the conversation tab and go to the bottom, and you can close your pull request, and then immediately reopen it, and that kicks off the CI test again.
Okay.
And then, or you can just push up an empty commit as well. So there's depending upon what, I guess, whether you prefer the command line versus doing it there, but you can just push up one of these empty commits, like this.
Okay.
And then,
okay.
any new commit going to the branch that the PR is from will automatically cause it to restart. So
Okay, sweet.
some options there. Cool. So well, I guess, and the thing is, of course, this is what's irritating about our test suite taking about 10 minutes to run. It looks to me there, though, it's got a lot further. Like, to me, it looks like the Cucumber tests are all running fairly smoothly. The odd order. Is it run the R specs first?
Yeah, I think it run the R specs and then it just stopped there.
I think it did. So it looks to me like the R specs passed. So I think I'm tempted to concur with my initial hypothesis, which was that there was some sort of network timeout. And so hopefully this will be green and we can get this merged and get it deployed.
Okay.
On that, I guess what that means for Website 1 at the moment is that we will have potentially one thing ready to go out, which is Amber added this thing for like Google Calendar integration. I've got this sort of increase in the font size ready to go out on staging, but it's I'm just sort of holding off on pulling the trigger for that because what I want is a space to like push that out and then use it as an opportunity to update a lot of the pages to have them have less text in them. But I'm kind of maybe I will just do it and get it out, and that will serve as the incentive for everybody to start editing the pages. We've got this funny thing. I'm talking of wikis as we have with the NHS, which is that all of the Agile Ventures pages are in principle editable by people. It's the whole Agile Ventures site is actually an entire wiki, but almost nobody notices that they can do that, which is ironic. But there we go. Anyhow, yeah. So, but Romu, I guess you're assuming that that's unblocked. The next thing is you would be looking for another feature to work on. Yeah, and I think you had some background noise, so Pat muted you there briefly, just so we could. So you mean to unmute yourself if we want to chat.
Sorry about that. Sorry about the background noise.
No problem.
I agree with everything that you just said. Actually, maybe I have kind of an innocent question.
Please.
So let's say I submit a PR for one issue. Is it possible for me to submit a different PR to a different issue in parallel?
It certainly is. Oh gosh, look at that. We've got like loads of air brake things coming in on the element there. I wonder if they're anyway. Yes, I mean, I think having got your PR submitted, I mean, there's this idea that you finish one task and then move on to the other. But it's perfectly reasonable for you to then go back, grab another issue, go to the develop branch, check out the fresh code. The difficulty becomes if you've got something that builds on the previous one, and you can do like a series of staged PRs and then give instructions to the project manager to say, please merge them in this order. That can create some complexities because of the squashing strategy that we use. But I would say generally, yeah, absolutely, create new PRs for new things. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So are you interested in just looking at what to work on next?
Yeah, I mean, if you have something in mind specifically that you think would be a priority, then I could definitely do so.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the boards. Go on.
Just keep in mind that this takes me like for example, this very simple one. It took me like all afternoon yesterday for just the 3 lines of code and then making those tests pass. So I'm just quite slow basically.
No. But that's the place to start. Yes. No, I think it's still early. It's great to see you confidently getting that in. I think, and each time you do it, it'll gradually get faster and faster, and it's wonderful stuff. Yeah. Let's just have a look at. We've got so I mean it's going to be a huge improvement, I think, to get the is that now passed? Yay, it's passed. Yay.
Sweet.
So if that's now passed there, I think it's I think we've maybe got this is good that we've got you here. So this is now passed. It's also saying though that the branch is out of date with the base branch. So it's saying merge so you won't see this option, but so the at the point at which you will have so you're working here on your fork, right? And you created this branch which was branched off of the develop branch at some point. So one of the things that you do need to be doing if you're branching locally is you need to make sure that your develop branch locally is updated with the main develop branch so that you can get the changes in from other people, if that makes sense.
So I thought that I did that. So by just doing an upstream.
Yeah, and
So that's what I did, but
that's great. And then
maybe I missed something.
maybe I've merged Amber's thing since then. But
Okay,
so
yeah.
and actually these days now it's sort of trivial. I can come in and press this button, update branch, and it will click now. But so having done that,
It needs to do everything.
What you'll want to do, I mean, hopefully this will be the end of it and it just gets merged. If you did want to do more work on here, you'd need to pull down from your own branch here on your GitHub repo to the local one, or merge in from the develop. There may be situations there where, due to the way it is, you get like a little merge commit, but we don't worry too much about merge commits, or if you need to merge these days, because whenever the PR is merged back into the develop branch, we squash everything anyway automatically. So yeah, so that shouldn't be a big deal. But it's just
okay.
It can be confusing, you know, if it like, well, what's happened to my branch? That someone else did something to it. But I wanted to show you that aspect of GitHub now, that the project manager can kind of come in and keep the branches up to date.
I see.
So bonk. Woo. Let's have a look. So yeah, next I was going to go to I was going to go to the projects page. Yeah, I wonder, since you're working on projects, I wonder if there's another quick win that we can get. Yes. I think I know what it is. I think what we could really use with, so the change you've made is going to make only the active projects appear here. I would say if we could have these projects appear in alphabetical order.
That's the case.
Oh, does your change also make it? It's going to make it alphabetical order as well.
But
wonderful.
Yeah, but what I said
is so wonderful. So go on.
But the thing is, I didn't add a new test for that though.
Okay.
For the alphabetical part, the being active part, I did. So that's what I commented in there. That's why I wrote work in progress.
Okay. Well, maybe what I think then.
Maybe I could try and add that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think rather than taking on a new thing, aren't you glad you've got the little camera so you can see me waving my hands around? The wonders of, you can see the page and the hands and yes, I think if you wanted to add the tests to checks for the alphabetical ordering, that would be great. Next thing to do.
Okay, and then I will submit a different PR for that then.
Oh well, no, I think that could be in the same PR. If you've already got the functionality in here, that it's got both the active projects only and alphabetical, then ideally the tests for that would be in the same. So if you just push it to the same branch,
okay,
right, and then what that means is when we merge it all in, it'll become a single commit, and that single commit will contain both the tests and the functionality.
Which makes more sense. Okay.
Which is, I think, probably. I mean, conceivably, you could have split it up into two PRs where you had, only the, excluding the the inactive projects and the alphabet, and they could have been two separate pull requests, but they're very closely related bits of code. So I think whatever you're more comfortable with, but certainly we want to try and keep the tests in the same commit as the actual functionality. Okay,
so I'll work on that then.
Great. That sounds like we are coordinated. Excellent. I'm really looking forward to getting that out. That'll be a huge improvement. Cool. Great.
Well, thanks a lot for that.
Thank you. Cool. Well, I better go and get ready for the Elixir mob. Lara, I guess I'll see you there. Pat, I'll catch up with you a bit later.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
everybody.
Bye, Patrick. Ciao.
Bye now.